The flash of police lights across my face was how I found out my neighbor had called 911 to have me arrested on my own property. My name is David Miller. I teach biology. For 5 years, every spare dollar went into a savings account for one dream, a lakeside plot at 1427 Willow Shore Drive. The day I got the keys, I parked my trailer and started planning my future home. That future got complicated barely 48 hours later. A woman in pristine athleisure wear rolled up in a golf cart. Her smile was as cold as the iced coffee in her cup. "You need to leave," she stated, not asked. I introduced myself as the new owner. "There's been an error," she replied, stepping onto my gravel. "I'm the HOA president. My son, Liam, had already claimed this spot. He's a future designer." I stayed calm. "I'm sorry for Liam, but liking a lot and owning it are very different things." Her eyes narrowed. "We'll see about that. The board will review this." The next day, a bright yellow citation was stuck to my door. Violation 4.1.A, prohibited temporary dwelling. I was ready. The county code allowed a trailer for 6 months during builds. I had the permit. Then the digital siege began. Dozens of emails arrived. They started formally, then spiraled into rants about neighborhood integrity and undesirable elements. A week in, my water vanished. A puzzled utility worker found no leak. The service request was urgent. The caller was persistent. Then Liam visited, a young man with an air of untouched privilege. "My mom says you are destroying the ecosystem," he yelled, snapping pictures with his phone. I was removing 2 rotten stumps. "Liam, seeing property online isn't a purchase agreement." He puffed his chest. "Mom says finders keepers." I suggested he look that phrase up in a long library. The climax arrived with those spinning red and blue lights. 2 deputies approached. Behind them, the president, Carol, stood with arms crossed, a statue of smug certainty. "We have a trespassing complaint," one officer said. I almost laughed. "Officers, I own this land. The deed is in my truck." Carol's complexion shifted to a furious red. "That's not possible. Liam called dibs at the 4th of July cookout." The senior deputy glanced at his partner, then back at her, his voice flat. "Ma'am, dibs isn't in the penal code. Filing a false report is. Consider this your only warning." As the cruiser left, she shot me a venomous look. "The board will cancel your contract. We have bylaws for this." I realized being polite was a weapon she used against me. It was time to go on the offensive. I visited a lawyer. When she saw my folder, emails, the citation, the police report, she let out a low whistle. Abuse of power, harassment, false report. This is textbook. Carol convened an emergency HOA meeting. The room was tense. She took the podium, framing me as a threat to property values and community safety. Then I was given the floor. I walked up, placed my stack of documents on the table, and began. "My name is David Miller. I'm a teacher. Here is my legal deed. Here are my approved permits." I fanned out the emails. "Here are 42 messages from your president demanding I surrender my land." I saved the best for last. "And these are signed testimonies from 6 homeowners detailing her pattern of intimidation, including measuring the Johnsons' hedge at dawn with a tape measure." The room buzzed. The board chair, Roberts, turned to Carol. "Is any of this accurate?" "Liam deserved that land. He had visions." "Did he ever submit an offer or a bid?" Robert asked, deadpan. She faltered. He was waiting for the right time." "So, no," Robert concluded. The vote was swift. Carol Fitzgerald was suspended from the board immediately. "You can't," she whispered, her kingdom crumbling. "I built this community." "You've abused it," Robert stated. The fallout was severe. An audit uncovered thousands in suspicious fines she'd levied. Liam, mortified, moved to another state, but the justice that resonated loudest came from the county courthouse. Carol stood before a judge charged with misuse of 911. She pleaded, "I was safeguarding our neighborhood." "You knowingly wasted emergency resources," the judge countered. She learned the hard way that dibs don't hold up in court. The sentence was a hefty fine and community service. The gavel fell. The queen of Willow Shore Estates was dethroned. I'm pouring the foundation now. The mornings are quiet, just the sound of water and birds. The trees are thriving. And the best part, my future house can be any color I choose. If you enjoyed this tale of ultimate entitlement karma, hit the like button. It helps the channel Trending Tales Pulse bring you more incredible stories.